What's going on, Phantom Army? It's your boy Phantom Stilts, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about something that's going to be talked about and argued about, whether we like it or not. Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty World War II. Which game is going to be more visceral? Which game is going to be more immersive? And which game is going to be more realistic? So I hope you guys are excited. We're going to hash out these two games, about their campaigns in the multiplayer, two of the biggest main points I think that these two games have in common, and also how they differ. So I hope you guys are excited. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But let's get right into the video, guys. So the first thing I want to look at is obviously the campaign for both Call of Duty World War II and Battlefield 1. Now, if you guys remember, Battlefield 1 came out in October, so we sort of know a lot about Battlefield 1. Call of Duty is sort of the other end of the spectrum, where we don't know a lot other than what was revealed at the reveal trailer back on April 26th when they revealed the game to the world. So in looking at Battlefield 1 exclusively, we look at a game that had 6 playable characters and 6 playable war stories. I believe in that game you were able to play as a British soldier, a Mark V tank operator, a desert soldier involved with Lawrence of Arabia, an Australian sniper, an Italian war machine, and finally a World War I fighter pilot. So as you look at it, Battlefield 1 had 6 playable characters and 6 exclusive war stories that were all independent of each other and gave you a look at World War I from every single side of the war. Call of Duty World War II, on the other hand, is set around a single protagonist named Red, who's part of the 1st Airborne Infantry Division that storms the beach on D-Day and is a part of World War II at the very beginning. So looking back at Battlefield 1, at least for me, Battlefield 1 for me was as visceral, as immersive, and as realistic as it could possibly get for a war game. They did an absolutely fantastic job. I love the developers at DICE. They did an awesome job with that game, and I was really stoked to play that game when it came out in October. And looking back at Call of Duty World War II, when they announced it on April 26th, they promised Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield that this would be the most visceral, most realistic, and most immersive Call of Duty yet. So in looking at both games' campaigns, whether it be Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty World War II, you're going to get a visceral and more realistic campaign than ever before. It just depends on the characters that you want to play as. Do you want to play as 6 playable characters and get 6 war stories where you're going to be able to see the war from every single angle? Or do you want to play Call of Duty World War II where you think you're going to get a more centralized protagonist and a more centralized story where you can have more characters, more variety, and more of a centered story around that one protagonist? But I want to know what you guys think, how the campaigns will compare, how you think they'll differ, which one you think is going to be more immersive and more realistic. Let me know down in the comments which one you guys think is going to be better, which one you guys think is going to be a better game as a whole from a visceral and more immersive standpoint from the campaign side of things. The next point we're going to look at is the multiplayer for both games, both Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty World War II, and how they'll stand alone from the campaign as their own entities. Now, looking at Battlefield 1, they've always been known for big battles and long multiplayer gameplay. Also with the Battlefield series, multiplayer battles and multiplayer matches have always seemed more realistic to me. Now that could change with Call of Duty World War II. We might see a big change in how Call of Duty is done from a multiplayer standpoint. Also at the World reveal on April 26th, Glenn Schofield and Michael Condrey hinted at the fact that there will be something called Headquarters, which is a screenshot I'm going to put on the screen right now. Now, Headquarters from their viewpoint is basically a hangout, kind of like the Destiny Tower was in Destiny, where you could hang out with your friends between matches and things like that. So is this a new change? Are they going to be making bigger multiplayer battles? Are they going to be making more epic multiplayer battles? We don't know, but this is a pretty good hint at probably something that they're going to do like that. There's also been multiple reports, whether they be real or fake, that there's going to be very little health regeneration, if any, in the new Call of Duty World War II. Now, is this something that they're taking out of Battlefield's book? Because Battlefield is sort of a 1-2 shot and you're dead in the campaign and multiplayer. So I think that would be a really cool addition to Call of Duty World War II. It would make it more visceral, it would make it more immersive, and make it more realistic for the players. But I don't know if they're doing that or not. Those reports are still up for grabs. And I'm wondering how Call of Duty fans are going to feel about that health regeneration fact. If that is something that Call of Duty World War II is going to have in it, how Call of Duty fans are going to react to that. Because it's definitely not been the norm with Call of Duty. And lastly, I want to know what you guys think. Are they just trying to compete with Battlefield 1, or do you think that Call of Duty and the developers at Sledgehammer Games are trying to rewrite the book on Call of Duty, getting back to boots on ground, getting back to what we know and love about Call of Duty, and rewriting the book with this brand new Call of Duty World War II? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like the video if you guys enjoyed it. It really helps out the channel, as well as subscribe if you guys are new to the channel so you guys don't miss any new content of this series and other gameplay series on the channel. Without any further ado, this is your boy Phantom Stilts. I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.